Sleeper had you relaxed. Sleeper had you so relaxed that something strange will happen and you should be mad, but you won't be mad. You'll just think of it so logically, it won't even bother you. Now, what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind when you hear it, okay? I already knew I didn't like cold weather. I don't like cold weather. That's a 75% accurate stereotype for black men. We don't like, and if I poll 3 out of 4 black men in here, 3 of them would say no. You can spread that one around. We don't mind that one. You tired of damn AC being so hot in the summertime. But what I didn't know about myself is that I dislike cold weather more than I dislike racism. I know. I didn't know that about myself. There's only one way to find that out about yourself. Something racially insensitive has to happen on a very cold day. Now let me tell you what happened, because I didn't think that way. But here's how it happened. I was outside. It was cold. It was like 12 degrees. And it was also windy. And wind plus cold is like Negro kryptonite. I was actually dying. I was losing all my black superpowers for sure. I couldn't run as fast. My jump shot was off. My dick was shriveling up. It was crazy. When all of a sudden this car went by, and in this car was some kids, and they yelled out, "Go back to Africa!" And literally in my mind at that moment, I thought to myself, it is probably warm as shit. In Africa right now. Do you know what more information on this Africa trip he had just suggested? It was as if in my mind, this whole situation was going down like this. He was in the car going, doo-doo-doo. Oh my God, that Negro looks cold. How could I help? Hey, damn it. Go back to Africa. That should do it. Another problem solved by white America. I used to be a public school teacher. Any teachers in the house? Oh, nice. I taught right here. My first job out of college. Well, my first job was I actually taught at the same place I student taught, but it was in the middle of Pennsylvania. I didn't enjoy it, so I came back to Philadelphia. And my first job was in a charter school, a really poor neighborhood, and I taught some of the roughest, toughest, angriest fucking 4th graders that are on the planet. When I got the job, they was like, good, we need more young black males, minorities, and just in this situation, helping these kids get out of the situation. And you can tell them how to, get their life together. And I said, listen, that sounds like a good plan. But the way I got out of this situation is by not fucking with these kids, so I don't know how helpful I'm gonna be. My first day there, I told the kids, I was like, everybody sit down, we're about to get started. This kid told me, I'll sit down, but I'm ready to sit down. I was like, you'll sit down right now, because I'm a man, I don't take shit from 4th graders. And he said, shut up or you get stabbed. Because he didn't take shit from anybody, apparently. I had a 13-year-old in the 4th grade. That's hilarious, I don't care what you think. You know how bad it's got to be going to be 13 in the 4th grade? You ask kids innocent questions all the time, like what you want to be when you grow up. You got to remember, he's 13 in the 4th grade. No matter what he says, probably ain't going to happen for him. You can think the shit that shocks you, like I want to be a doctor. What you going to say? Good luck with that. But I asked him anyway because I wanted to know. Here's a true conversation between me and a 13-year-old in the 4th grade. I was like, Charles, what do you want to be when you grow up? He's like, nothing. Fuck that. I was like, well, Charles, you are on the right track. I thought you were an idiot. You got a well laid out plan for yourself. Stop giving him homework. I didn't want to ruin his dreams. I had another little kid. I went to school with his mother. Now, his mother was the type of girl, she got pregnant in the 8th grade. Now, that's tragic. She got pregnant again in the 9th grade. She got, she had a child I taught in the 11th grade. And she had twins our senior year of high school. She then went to Community College in Philadelphia and took up the major of family planning. Have you ever taken a trip somewhere, got there, and then looked it up on MapQuest? Did y'all hear what happened just now? Because there was a lot to put together. When I said it, some people laughed right away, and then it trickled down to like average. And then some people was like, I think we better just laugh. Something funny just happened. Petey wasn't a bad kid, but he come from a bad situation, so one day he came walking through the hall. He had a half-eaten hoagie, and he took it and threw it in my classroom. The hoagie hit the trash can and knocked it over. Now it's trash and sandwich on the floor. I was like, Petey, pick that up and put it in the trash. This kid looked me dead in the eyes and said, fuck you, you're not my father. I was like, Petey, you don't know that. That's the story how I got fired from Sherman Elementary. I've been fired from every job I've ever had. Not because I'm a bad worker, just because I'm the type of guy who will just say what's on his mind when he's thinking it. At one time, I was at my job doing what I do, Tetris, Facebook. And this girl came to my desk, she was like, Anton, we need to have a talk. I was like, all right, what we need to talk about? She's like, me and my boyfriend got into a fight and he hit me. I was like, oh shit, why did he hit you? She said, because she didn't do the dishes. I said, you're in an abusive relationship that's not going to work out. You should get out of it. She said, I can't because I love him. I was like, oh, you love him? She's like, yeah, what do you think I should do? I said, I think you should do the dishes. Which is pretty accurate with the information I had. And she told my boss, and that's why I got fired from the women's shelter I was working at. Apparently I was overqualified. I don't think violence against women is funny. As a matter of fact, those situations affect other people around the situation. Like one time I was on a double date. It's my first date. The other couple had been together for 4 years. They got into a fight, and the dude hit the girl. Now you think what I'm thinking. I'm not going to get laid. See how that affected me? I'm a victim here. People overlook that when I tell that story. The girl I was with said she didn't want to see me no more because she said a real man would have did something about it. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know what real men are doing. But I do know that I've seen the movie Poetic Justice with Tupac and Janet Jackson. Tupac was in the same situation. Tupac ain't do shit, so I ain't do shit. That's all I had to go on at the time. I take issue with what she said for 2 reasons. Number one, I've never told any woman anywhere I was a real man. I've never fixed anything or built anything, or I had a job fixing or building things like real men do. Sometimes I just want to cuddle. I don't even want to have sex. I own not one, not two, but all 3 Kelly Clarkson albums. I know I'm not a real fucking man. Number two, and here's the real relevant issue. Whenever 2 dudes get into a fight, the dude who brings the most intensity to the situation has the best chance of winning. When this went down, I was at awkwardly uncomfortable. He was already at ass-kicking intensity. He just slapped somebody. The only thing that's going to happen if I go over there is going to be 2 bitches